Hi everyone, it's Andrew from Andossi, and this is a slightly rushed production, a slightly rushed video because, well, you know, we haven't been around for a couple of weeks, right? For various reasons, but for me personally, the biggest reason is I haven't had anything really to show you. I've had a little bit of a time away from with family and stuff, and well, haven't really had any new trucks to show you or anything like that. But that has all changed because today, me and Terry went to a model shop. Well, who knew? There were such things. There are still model shops out in the world, folks. Hard to imagine, though it is. I will put a link, I'll tell you the shop and I'll put a little picture, a little kind of name for you. It's in Baldock in Bedfordshire, which is not far from where Terry lives, so I'm blaming him for not knowing about this place. So, yeah, I did buy a truck. I'm going to show you in a minute, but I think we need to just clear all this stuff out the way, and now we can start looking at the truck. What is it? I wonder. Well, it's this. Ta-da! So yeah, it's this. Now you can read what this is. It's a very unusual purchase, you might think, for me. And I would agree, it is a very unusual purchase because it's, you know, rear wheel drive. It's not really a crawler, it's a little bit scale, so that's good, but it is effectively a kind of Senton. It's like an Armour Senton, which I've already had and sold. So why did I buy this? Well, I've always wanted this truck since I found out about it years ago. I've always wanted this. It's always looked, excuse me, it's always looked something like a combination of fun but not crazy speed. Now, the only thing with the Senton was it was a little bit scary to run, and it needed a lot of room and wasn't very scale. This is hopefully going to address all of that. It is of course the Kyosho Outlaw Rampage Pro, so it's not the RTR version, it's the almost RTR version. I love that designation. I mean, it's either ready to run or it isn't, right? You know, you either have to add stuff to it or not. Anyway, so without further ado, I'll do you a quick unboxing because, to be honest with you, it is almost ready to run. So I'm going to do this while I'm showing you the box art. Let's just talk about colours. I've got some white, some metallic white. So it's where this is silver, it's going to be white, and where this is black, so the racing stripes up the front and stuff like that. That's going to be much the same colour as Jason's. There's a bit of an homage to him and his shop. So it will be a kind of petrol blue, it's called, but a very dark turquoisey greeny blue with the racing stripes. It should be quite interesting, and some super pimp wheels. I'd love some mag slot alloys on this, but we'll see. Wheels and stuff. So inside, we've had a quick rummage through this at Terry's. Obviously, we weren't going to leave it untouched, as you would imagine. So what you basically get is a whole bunch of parts. So let me just get them out. There's one of the metal plates for the bottom. So it's a Lexan shell, of course, and it's quite a hefty shell. It's quite big. I'll put the dimensions up when I find them. It's all in Japanese. Oh, here we go. The English on this side. The English is on this side. So it is 560 millimeters long. It's quite a big shell. It's 262 millimeters wide, height of 231, and it has a 335 millimeter wheelbase. So it is quite a long truck. The wheels are quite far apart. Obviously your normal crawler is 313, so quite a substantial difference there. It is basically a truck body, as you can see, probably better see the pictures. Basically a truck body with the back cut away, so the whole back of the truck has been cut away to allow spare tyres and this kind of roll bar setup. It's just a Lex, there's nothing to show you in there, it's just a clear Lexan shell. You can't even see it that clearly. More parts. So one of the big attractions with this Pro kit is you get two grills. So you get the 4 headlight grill and you get the 2 headlight grill, which I think the two headlight grill is quite Ford-esque as far as I know, and the top the stacked headlight arrangement is I think more Chevy based. You know, I'm a Brit. Excuse me. You get light buckets as well, so you can wire this. This will have headlights. It will have headlights in it. I'll just put them down there. You get some wheels and tyres. The tyres are not too bad. They're beadlocks as well. The tyres are decent. They're nice and sticky. And they've got some good stick on them. They're quite hard as they go. I think they're quite hard. I think they might be a little bit too kind of bouncy. I'm not sure that they are. Most people seem to change them. So I'm going to see what I've got upstairs that is roughly the same sort of size. I'd like to put the Goodriches on, but they might be just a bit too big. So that'll come in time. These might end up actually on the trailer that will be carrying this. So you get 4 in your traditional tyre roll, but you also get 2 in the back of the truck. So, spare bag. Let me just get the truck out. So this is how the whole rest of it comes. Leave the box somewhere there where you can kind of still see it. So it comes, as I say, almost ready to run. And that means kind of built, right? Just take the foam off the hubs. So it's kind of almost ready. So this is the back, obviously. This is the back, and look at the, ooh, look at that. Check me out. Ooh, ooh, look at me, even on big extensions. So this is the kind of grasshopper arrangement at the back that gives it all the suspension travel for bashing over the sand dunes and so on. 2 fully working back tyres, fully functional. They can be removed and used. I mean, obviously, if it rolls over, they might form some kind of, you know, helpful kind of secret weapon. And yeah, so you've just got to add the electrics in really servo ESC. You know what that means, don't you? And the motor. Now, the interesting thing about the motor is it's on the axle. So this is the whole motor and gearbox sits on the back axle here, and that keeps the weight down low, obviously. And there'll be no torque steer because it's only rear-wheel drive. There's apparently a fluid-filled diff in the back here, so a kind of limited slip diff kind of thing, if you will. It's not completely free diff, so there will be some element of shared traction, but not enough, not like a fixed locked diff, which I understand would have some performance question marks if it did have that, with you know, running at speed sort of thing. And so I'm going to put into this, well, I've got a stupidly fast brushless motor and ESC from a road car, and I've got a really slow, probably muck-filled old RC 4-wheel drive brushed motor from a crawler. I think I might go with the super fast one. So yeah, so there you go, almost ready to run. So I'm doing this is a rushed video basically because I want to get on and I've got my burgers cooking in the kitchen behind the camera there, and I want to have a little pop at this. So there you go. The what's it called again? Oh yes, the Outlaw. I want to call it the Outback, the Outlaw Rampage Pro, and I'm quite excited by it. I've got the Range Rover upstairs in many pieces. There's about 1,000 nuts and bolts and about 500 parts to make up the Range Rover shell. So that, I can't really, there's not much point me showing you that. I've just built the sort of skeleton that goes inside the cab. And once I've done that, I'm going to put the LC80 interior into it, and I'm going to offer it to the chassis, and then I'm going to have to get the Dremel out and cut away the vast majority probably of the LC80 interior. That's probably where we'll catch it up. I mean, maybe next week, we'll see what kind of progress I've made on that and on this. But on that happy note, I will bid you good night. It's Saturday night. I'm going to have some burgers and beers, and I'm going to have a little mosey around the brushless motor and see whether it'll fit, and all those kind of questions that we just love to answer on a Saturday night with a beer in the hand, right? Well, unless you don't drink, obviously, Steve. Sorry. A can of lilt, maybe, this Saturday night after all. Anyhow, so, yes, there you go. So, oh, it wasn't a very good unboxing, really, was it? Because I just told you a bunch of parts and threw them on the table, didn't I? Anyway, some nice shocks. It does have some really nice shocks. You have to put the oil in, but they're built and they're really nice. The plastic stuff. I don't even know what they are. Yeah. Oh no, these are the plastic. I even got that bit wrong. These are the plastic skid tray, because obviously the metal ones are already on. Cut.